This is a video on how to replace the valve in a Kohler shower faucet. So here's the culprit right here. Nothing's leaking when it's turned off. When you turn it on, there's water that comes leaking out of the valve part area right here and comes dripping down, and probably behind the wall also. Not good. So the first thing that you want to do is turn off the house water. Usually in most houses that would be by the hot water tank. So here we are by my hot water tank, and the valve is underneath it, in a really tight spot down in there. There's the valve right there. It's kind of hard to see. Has a red handle. Right now it's in line with the pipes, showing that it's on. To turn it off, turn it 90 degrees to the off position. Okay, so that shows the handle 90 degrees to the pipe, valve handle 90 degrees to the pipe, showing that it's off. Okay, after you've turned the water off, go to a valve that's below the shower valve. So that was an upstairs shower, so I'm down in the kitchen. I'm going to turn on the water until it runs out, and then I know there'll be no more water that'll come out of the shower faucet. If you're on the first floor, you can turn on an outside faucet. They're usually pretty low. As you can see, the water's slowing down. Okay, now I can disassemble. This part unscrews here, the hub, turning counterclockwise. This plate just comes off. Before you start taking the screws out of the faucet, to cover the drain with a rag, so if you accidentally drop one, it doesn't go down the drain. It's also a good idea to have a rag with you when you're taking the faucet off. For when you take it off, there might be some water left in and be running out, and you want to catch it before it goes in behind the wall. So there's 4 Phillips screws that are, not sure if you can see that. They need to come out here, 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 and here. So I'll do that now. Okay, the 4 screws are out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I just pull the whole thing out. Here comes that water. So the valve is in pretty much, well, it is in 2 parts. One part that turns and another part that's stationary. It comes out too. This piece here, it's fine. The reason I know it's fine is when the water's turned off, it doesn't leak. So here's the replacement valve, and here's the broken valve. So I need to transfer these parts here, this threaded hub and this bracket, onto this piece here and this handle piece here. This comes out with a Phillips screwdriver, a smaller Phillips screwdriver. And
this piece just slides right off somewhat.
Didn't come off real easy, but it just it came off. Alright, I got them stripped down. So, you know, take pictures as you take it apart and pay close attention as you take things apart, so when you put them back together it'll go exactly the same. You want to make sure that this bracket piece, it says top here, will be to the top. It says top here. Okay, I got all the pieces back on. Now I'm going to put it back into the shower. Okay, so when you're doing this, make sure you get your parts lined up. You have to observe how it's put together. If you look, there's 2 ports for the water, and they're horizontal to each other, 1, 2. So when it goes back in, the mating piece to this, to that, should also go in horizontal. The valve. There. Yeah, there's a good shot. Don't put it in this way, or you'll have water all over the place. Okay, there it's shown with the screws installed. When you tighten the screws on, just tighten each one just barely snug, working crisscross from here to here to here to here, and then just a little tighter, doing the same thing here, 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 here. The idea is to get an even compression on there, instead of just one being much tighter than the other and forcing it heavy on one side. And just keep working your way around and around until it's very tight and secure. So now at this point, I need to wait for my wife to come home, because you want one person, I need to wait for my beautiful wife to come home, because we need one person up at the shower to watch to see if there's going to be any leaks, as another person downstairs is turning the water back on, and if it starts leaking, the person watching the shower can yell and scream so you can turn the water back off at the main valve and fix whatever the problem is. Because if you're just by yourself and you turn the water all the way back on, by the time you get all the way back up to the shower to see if it's leaking or not, you could have already caused damage by all the water that leaked out. I need your help.
How are you doing?
Good.
Oh, about our faucets?
Yeah.
Okay.
How was work, honey?
It's okay.
Yeah.
I did a 2-hour break. Okay.
Okay, now I test the faucet out, turn it on, and no leaks. So the valve's good.
Turn them off.
And turn them off.
Wait. Wow.
Now I'll put the rest of it back on there.
I'm so proud of you, honey. I really did.
Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
The plate needs to go back on so this rubber part is up. And
Okay, I got
pull
it.
this down.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
We're good.
Later, I probably should put some silicone around this edge. Even though this is a seal here.
Mm-hmm. The bottom wasn't sealed. Why is that?
Because the water doesn't flow up.
Okay, doesn't need to be sealed.
Right. Actually, if there's some water in there, it'll let it drain out.
Yeah, it should be because water comes from bottom.
You see that right here? There's a little notch on the bottom right here.
Oh,
Can
really?
you see it
Huh?
on the camera?
I guess not. Let me see.
Right there. See the notch?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, side.
Right there.
In the
That's at the
camera.
bottom.
Yeah.
So you don't want to seal at the bottom. If any water does get in, it'll drain out the bottom.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So, in fact, that's a good thing you mention that because you want to put this plate right back on.
On the bottom, uh-huh.
At the very bottom. So
Yeah.
that
You
notch.
can see the off and cold, hot, the easier to see them.
Yeah,
Let me
but
see.
you want that notch at the bottom so it can let the water out easily.
Yeah, cold and hot.
And then,
Oh, the off was that far away, huh? Okay.
and then you screw the hub back on.
Okay.
Make sure you get this thread straight,
Uh-huh.
clockwise for back on. Get it hand tight.
That's it, hand tie, huh?
That's it, yeah.
Okay.